I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another CTA production. Date is August 27, Thursday, 2026. Hope you had a good day today. Play up. So take a look. We talked about inflection points here coming up or coming down. We talked about this since motherfucking last Thursday. Coming down here and getting a high, higher low, popping up new highs, getting this easy run of liquidity. We talked about that. Where you think we at? We up here, baby. So we've made that new high. And that's just absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, coming down, same spot. Talked about all this yesterday. And then yesterday, they decided to, said I wanted to see an expansion candle here. Stay pretty much empty even. Bullish hourly candles. What did they do? As cowards, what they do, what they'll do is they'll wait. They made a new high and we closed high. See, yesterday, I didn't even think I said it in the video because there was so much. I'm trying to make them really short, but then I'm going to forget a lot of things. But I'm going to try to make video like 20 minutes, but it's so hard to because there's so much detailed, amazing fire specific levels that are just insanity you're going to see in today's video. But yesterday we closed above that candle. See that? So it's a change in delivery. So we're expecting to push up. We're getting into now here, all the liquidity to the left on the daily. We fall short of this August 20th on purpose. You'll see what I mean in a second with my 128th grid right there, baby. Taking the buy all the way right to it. I want to be cool on the internet too. I could do this all day. But my point is that when we made that high and a higher low, well, we have that here, right? We had this shift I talked about in the 4 hour. You can see even less here. I talked about these inversions holding, that inversion holding, the bearish candles right there. So we're inverting to the right. See that? So that we got the swings. Beautiful. That's actually really nice. Just the way they are obviously getting those extra lows for an extra raid, which is the raid, which is making it actually very nice when it comes to structure, making long-term and intermediate-term lows. See that? Entry 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5, 6, 7. We're at 8 right now. Right? That's 8 buys. But anyways, cowards at the end, they do it. They close it, right before my level, they jumped up, buddy. Where they jumped up. Look how this crazy vid. I should get a fucking Oscar for the videos that I do. Opens on the 128th. You ain't never gonna see that, player. You'll never see where the daily open of today is, and it opens. Oh my! I gotta whisper to make this a secret, okay? Because you don't pay me enough. All right. Also, you don't pay me enough to keep making long videos. But that being said, we jumped on it and went right to the 16th level, and I talked about this projection of 1 to 1 and 1.5. Do you remember that? Isn't this nice? It's very nice. I want to be cool on the internet too, like everybody else. Now, most people will get out here, okay? But I understand that we're gonna come. I have a specific level that we're targeting. We're getting a turtle soup here. We're getting a basic raid. And then we're using this 1/8 level. We were using that to the left. Do you remember? Remember over there on the other side? I made videos all about talking about it then. So if you're new, go watch and you'll see how I talked about this 8th level too. And then you can see today in pre-London, we tap on the first imbalance right there, bro, that we dragged over that I talked about in yesterday's video. Do you recall? Let me zoom out 1 second. So we first talked about yesterday that one, right? That was Tuesdays, and we used it on Wednesday, and we went above it on Wednesday. Notice we were doing it in the video that I was making. I said we would expect a new high. We got a new high. That's what I said in the last thing in that 20th video, right? So what did they do? They stopped and then they fucking took off. But they used that first imbalance again. Look at it. Just look at my chart. Very soon, I'm just gonna post my chart. I don't need to talk about it because I want you to even pause the fucking video right now and take a look at it. Ready? Pause. I want you to look at every nuance, every candle on every fucking algorithmic level that I have. It'll just help your learning and it'll help my explaining. Take a look at everything. Pause it. Okay, now we're back. All right, you're losing if you're not fucking pushing pause. All right. Again, coming back to that the Fridays, the previous week's Fridays, first and balance, we tap it here intra-week, and we come right above it, bro. This is not buyers and sellers making that perfect. That is algorithmic. Look how it's fucking 50%. We've been talking about that even then, and then we bounce on it today. Look at the low, buddy. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. What's the low here? That's how I can make videos very long. Haven't even explained nothing yet. 401 and 3/4. What's the low of this box? Missed it by 2 ticks. But it's inside it though. Stop playing. Point is that you got to pay attention. Because you're going to suffer if you don't pay attention. Take notes and actually backtest and so on. You know, I just assume everyone's doing it. But you got 3 drives here. I'm getting that 4th drive. Wait, before I go. Yeah, I already explained that now. Okay? So you can see that, look at the body stopping on the 15-minute right there. Okay? And then it takes off. It's a reversal. Raid, no trade. You can see here we had that internal before we make this. It's a shakeout day. So we're going to see in a sense, it's just retracing back very dirty and shaking out to keep it simple, trying to get the discount underneath the 50% of the opening range gap that's right here. You see that? So the 50%, every band I was talking about, once we left it yesterday, we shot off right to that band. That's perfect, my friends. Yeah, no, even though it's not perfect, it's perfect. It's going right to it. It's a hair above it. It's doing it on purpose. Coming back to this band here. Now we're in this first band here with those levels of the 8th and the 128, 64, 128, 32. See it? But we're in here. This box is a discount to get to that box as a premium. So we left this box to get to that box. And then from there we came back down into this box, which is the upper half, which happens to be the upper half of that is this. And then once you leave here, we want our expanding range. They end up consolidating. I'm trying to get an expansion here. Range. They're just delaying it. They're going to go up another time later. But this is me getting the profit. Even though I could have done that here. The point is that I know that I'm looking for, we have a small day range. But because of this week, this is the caveat of the fucking video. So you write it for your notes. Jackson Hole Symposium Circle Jerk is just going to be these end of the weeks. The whole week, we're, as you can see, we're consolidating and jumping up and down, right? Still making higher lows, though, right? Rating when it does. And we at this point, we had a divergence with S&P, and they made a new low, which that was just their rate of the consolidation. We got a higher low. So when in videos you've ever heard me say, we either going to buy above it or below it, well, that's where that comes from. It's from the divergence conversation. It's not really just because I'm saying it. But anyways, daily gap here on a large side. But you can see that when it went above, people were starting to buy above it. So that's why we get this shakeout. Now back to the 1 minute. We're going to get it to this 9:30, right? We're going to come back in. And God, there's so much I could say here. I'm using this little first imbalance right here. But notice how notice my first imbalance here, or this imbalance specifically, the 50% of it is laying on. Oh, you ready? You ready? It's laying on the top of this opening day gap. Wait a minute, you just said that the 128th was laying on that. Oh my God, you mean all 3 of them are the case? That's just random, right? So we get a buy here, rate it, come back down, get a low here. I'm in this candle. We raid and I can get lower, but look how we're getting into a discount, and then we're coming underneath. We're coming outside of the daily gap right there. Okay, and then we peak outside and we reach to the 1/8. Oh, it's not perfect. Oh, it's almost perfect. 1/8. Body snaps back in, reaching. And this is gonna go. I already know it, but now I'm letting it show me the strength to do that. We get that. You say, how did you get? Wait a minute. If you're waiting for the high of the open of the candle, of the bearish candle, why are you entered below it? See, this is where you don't pay me enough to do this, right? And I think that's very fucking fair to say. But I always say I'm a nice guy too, and I go over the actual entry. And it's just something I took years and hell to basically learn. You gotta understand. You see, this is a 15-second chart, and that same entry area is with these 2 candles. Even though this first candle, it pops up above and comes back in, that's a buy. And it's laying right on that eight. That's a buy, right? I can already push buy here, or even in this candle. But if I'm waiting for more confirmation, I'm getting a push up after this high, makes that high and it stops. Look how this 50%, the body is fucking opening on it and shooting right to the eighth. Look in the background. Don't get lost in all this. It's just a red fucking box. The opening range gap with its eighths and 50s, and then I have my grid in the back. It's very lightly. You'll see it. That's why I said go pause the video so you can fucking see these things. I won't have to make long videos no more. Deal? We're gonna have a new agreement because from now on, I'm gonna need you to do that so then I can make sure I don't have to go over. But right here, this 9:58 candle and 45 seconds. Okay, we then we get this one, the 9:59. That's that new minute candle. Remember, on the 1 minute candle, shit, I'm gonna make this fucking. On the 1 minute candle, it closed lower. I don't have confirmation on the 1 minute. And then I'm using the fucking 15 second. Okay, so here, this candle, 9:58, 45 seconds, it goes above the open of this down candle up top. Start of the order block here. Notice how that is the same level as this eighth. Look at the prices are happening on these levels, on these quadrants. They're tethered to them. So get this next candle, 9:59 is the new 1 minute candle. I am catching the wick of it, and then it crosses over of the open. And that's how I caught the trade. Because now this candle is exceedingly going, and it's already done. This is considered closing. People call it engulfing. Whatever you want to call this, I don't care. But algorithmically, you can see that the levels, look what it's actually doing per candle. You have to look at each per candle, study them, right? And you see them. That's it. That's all I need. Because this is already moving. I've already got confirmation above this high. And then, okay. But the point of that is that's how I entered. And the stop immediately goes underneath the eighth here. Come on. This was supposed to be short. And then obviously inverts here. And then I'm going to remind me here about why this is sitting here. And then we push up here. We'll get it right above that first imbalance right there. We're getting outside. We're leaving this band here. Now we came into this band. Talked about this just a second ago. Now we're going above that. Now we need to get above into what? This band up there. So they come up, 64th right there in the dotted red. Come back to the first. Come back to that eighth right there. Bounce on top of that. Make a new high. Comes back down in. Got the midnight level is going to be very influential in this video. Right there is that green. It's the only green line across the whole screen. So don't get lost in it. Everything else is my grid or my fucking entry and stupid lines there. Right? That's it. Trust me. You see it? All right. Slithers up. Averti's up. Raids. Comes right back. Body's sitting on that 64th. See it? Now they're touching also that midnight level in the background. Watch how they tag it. You'll see how they do it. Never mind. So we pop up. We get short of that major 32 right there. Or 16th. I'm sorry. 32. Yeah. Sorry. The black one here. Right? Right there. Right here. Okay. Stops. High resistance. Comes down for a low. That's why I'm still in the trade. That's why I'm not worried about it. Because this is going to be a swing. I'm going to get a short-term low to the left. And one to the right, one in the middle. This intermediate term low being formed, like I was saying earlier in the video, right? So, and this is the 930 level algorithmically, okay? That's not by accident. And then this imbalance that's blue, the 50% of the body stopped right here. How am I doing this? What is he talking about? This balance right here. See this one? This bullish one? If I was to draw this one, see this candle that I'm highlighting right now? That one. That's dragged out. This is reclaimed. So we came above it. We came back. This is its support. This guy right here. Okay, cool. We're friends. And then, all right. So we come back into the band underneath the 64. And then the 128th is, remember, the top of that daily. But they're not hitting this on purpose. Why? They don't want to be perfect. They're just trying to get the people who momentumly bought here. Remember? Because the goal was buying here and going up. So that's this story. Then we get another drive up, come back in, consecutive down candles perfectly, tagging it twice. That is absolutely perfect on the last candle. We leave it. Our goal is to reach up into these. This is my minimum target right here because we had the liquidity of this day here. I was talking about this earlier. This swing high, this daily candle that was here. That's liquidity. I can draw a green line across, but I'm trying to hit the 64th. I'm sorry, the 128 right here, that level, and that's it. This is very specific in what I'm doing. So this is not random. I'm not just taking random buys and hoping for the best. This is absolutely orchestrated. And then the greed will tell me, and any other day we would have hit this. But because it's this bullshit today, they're gonna pull back before they reach it. And then once they pull back, they came deep. Oh, you're gonna see it in live price action now. Is what I was gonna say with the midnight level. Yes, right here. Ready? Fire. Right there. Boom. And I'm just like, man, this is too easy. Watch this. Misses it short. I told you, I just got out right here. Misses it short. Comes all the way back. Pay attention to that midnight level again. If you were watching live price, this motherfucking candle right here, this 1427, it snapped to the 64th first, bounced a little bit, and it was moving, right? It's giving you that Russian power of your energy in your soul, trying to get your emotions to feel the rush of it moving, and it just snapped to that algorithmic level. Then it wasn't closed yet. Then it ran down and it stopped by the midnight level. Then it stopped by the midnight level, and then this candle tries to reach to the 930, then snaps back. Look at these candles here. This is all I have to say. This candle closes on the midnight. This one opens and closes by the midnight, and this one opens by the midnight. The conversation is done, son. There is no debate. There is no debate. This is absolutely fucking perfect, and is as perfect can be. What do we do from there? We pop up. Okay, we come back and we bounce on the 16th twice. 64th, I'm sorry. Is that random? No. Takes off, and we just tagged that 32. Live. So, keeping it simple, dump, pump. Or shake out, buy, sell, buy, right? So, look at the moves here. I'll do this probably the last thing I'll try to say. So, you got watch this candle. Move 1 up, 2 down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is this, the range is just expanding. 7, 8, retrace. 8, 9, expansion. 10, retrace. Fucking 11. Look how it just opened on the candle. Bruh. It gapped to it. Done. I shouldn't be sharing this with you. So, fuck a like. But you don't pay me enough. I know that. I think that's very fair to say at this point. But, so we've accomplished this. Oh, it gets me going, buddy. Because this is the realest shit you ever seen in my life, and so is mine. Oh, I didn't forget to tell you that. No, we talked about that yesterday, and then this opening range gap. So initially it's empty, and this is the London lows. So that's why, as a minimum, when it's selling down here to buy back up, they're gonna come and attack them. See, it's in the blue box. Okay, the blue box is London. This is Asia. They're not gonna take that out. But they did it too. Oh my God, I love teaching because I didn't mean to take this long to just explain this. But the missing link here is that when we pushed up here on that second leg up here, all right, and then we made a. You're gonna say that's not a higher high. It stopped in the bodies, so this is a body divergence, okay, that I'm using. It's not the high. Because these guys are nowhere clear. S&P and Dow are not even near it. But we tag in here, and that's good enough. Then we have another double divergence. We get another high here, and then we have lower highs, S&P and Dow. So that's like your double right there, and then it starts to sell off. All the way down into, well, even before we got there, when we opened up at 9:30, we came and we tagged this. Same story with the bodies here, I believe. And then here we were nowhere near. S&P and Dow were nowhere near that Kept it, pushed it one more time down as a continuation fucking divergence. Hope you're learning something. And then when it comes down here, this is a higher low. S&P, I'm sorry, Dow, Nas makes a higher low. They took them out. S&P, no, obviously Dow, right? Then we get another divergence here. Here's your double here. Just like here, it's just happening here. This is why I actually love these days for this reason. So when you are understanding your profile of what kind of trading day you have, even most people are afraid to trade it, which is understandable, and no one new should absolutely not do it. But in general speaking, with experience, you're getting these tight ranges. But this is a consolidation to an expansion. So as you can see, this buy was beautiful and could have bought it, and I saw it. And I said, "Bro, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Stop looking at the screen, right? Overstaying my welcome." Type of thing on a day like this. Obviously, tomorrow is the last day of this shit, right? But so higher low here, lower low. I'm sorry. Even before we came down, you had a lower high here with Dow, and then when we made highs here, that was when I got out. I could have pushed sell. How did I could have pushed sell? Oh, he's talking shit. How did he push sell? Well, look at it. Look at it. Comes real close. Wicking, and then you get this guy right here. This is a displacement under a swing low. This little miniature guy, he's a swing low. We broke right through and we cross over. Look how we get right to my 32. Right? That's a 32, right? Yeah. See that? The blue and the black? Look at this. Remember, and then it leaves, goes into this band. Underneath the, I'm going to do it here. Underneath this 30, Jesus Christ. Underneath this 32 and this eighth. It's right there. Okay, that's just a midnight level. Don't get lost. Everything else is very, very simple and kosher. Just a midnight level makes it kind of look funky. Look at the body stopping, by the way, right there. Anyways, on this time frame. And then so from there to there, underneath that, well, obviously underneath midnight level is obviously the discount too. But my point is the 64th, the red one, is right here in the middle. That would be the middle. So from the 128 to the middle is your next layer of our next discount of buying. We from under here to then here to then here. You got definitely get it now, right? So that's my point. So when I see these things are this is the way you attack getting a great booking price. Oh. Look how the body just closed on it right now, and the price is hugging it. It's fucking reading it. So before I forget these guys right here, I talked about that, right? There was something else I was gonna say. The daily, obviously that's that high, and then which is coupled with this. Remember this 25% of this bearish daily imbalance, and then here's imbalance breakout area. You look on the 4 hour, obviously you can see we broke through that low. Boom. And then this is all imbalance, and then breakout level. So now you have liquidity, imbalance, breakout area, trifecta. Beautiful model to be chasing back up to and looking for buys. Said that even if I didn't trade, oh goddamn, since the 21st, the 20th, I made this video. I waited all day. I'm just saying. Imagine. You had to wait. The 20th would have been the Thursday. So that's Thursday, Friday, and then today's 4 days. That's 6 days. 6 trading days. Not fucking business. Not including weekend. But actual trading days. 6 days of your life you waited. And then you knew and you understood that you had seasonality and logic and experience and order flow algorithmically with time. Obviously, this is a nice macro here. Pushing up and then getting into here too. With all this analysis, man, does this all make sense for you, right? And then you could take this trade, for example, to make a new high. Look at this now. Fucking knew it, buddy. Where do you think we're going? So here is obviously because of that swing high right there. So that's right there. The 19th high, Wednesday. So yeah, looking beautiful like I explained, baby, coming right through. And look at this shit here, baby. Look at this. these they were scamming. They were pushing up, and we were pushing up, and they were pushing down and scamming. Just what did they do? Tried to come in more into this breakout area, balanced price range. Talked about higher high, higher low, retracing. It looked a little fearful, but isn't that a logic that I was talking about most of this time? And then we get this crazy push up with new high, Betty. Beautiful, man. That is just beautiful. That is just beautiful. I don't know what to say. And I'm highlighting these bands from the beginning. But I know that they could come back in. Beautiful buy again. So in the speaker or shakeout day, it could have stayed here and shook out. This one could have came lower here, or from here it would have went even lower and stayed lower. But my understanding is that in the consolidation phase, we expect an expansion, and then also, using the logic of how many points are left in the week. You can see there's 500 as of this moment here. So from earlier in the week, I've clearly said the 500 points closer to 30,000 or 28,500, and I didn't see that happening, did I? That's why I fucking drew it. I can't do better than this. No one's doing it like this, guaranteed. So I'm very proud of myself though, but at the same time, enough is said, right? So yeah, getting into these discounts into these algorithmic levels, man. So I hope this helps here. And as you can see where we're going, man. So we got that swing high, and I talked about August 18th imbalance. That's why it's written there. Trust me, I didn't forget. Yeah, we do this, son. So blending all this, there's so much more I can say, actually, and that's what's it's insane. I can't. Did I go over all this? I didn't, did I? Fuck me. Dollar just still bearish, right? So helping us come down, and then obviously you can see here that going sideways while we're going down, and then it stays going down while we're going up. So they're making a break of here, lower high, made a new low. That's why we made a new high. And then sitting around here, it doesn't look that healthy. But I told you about being end of the month. We're gonna also see we're gonna see kind of this push up, and then we're gonna get probably a sell off either today, tomorrow. Obviously not probably today, but probably tomorrow, maybe 29th. Not 29th. Gap down Monday, but because the 31st is actually Monday, so the end of the month is actually Monday. So think about it, okay? But it's kind of in a way slowing down for a second. Just tight ranges. So here's a dump pump, turns into a buy, sell, sell. That's Dow, S&P, gapped up, no body there. We could fuck around. Do the rest of this next days coming. So, I mean, the new high has been accomplished, man. So it's like, okay, our ideas have panned out. So there's nothing wrong with sitting out and going to smoke something. Okay, whatever that may be. Dump, pump, turns into a buy, sell, buy. The retracement here had two drives here, and then that's all it is. So shake out here. So prime example, lower low here. They took that guy. I thought we were gonna do that for a second. Actually, look at it. Look! I love it. We didn't take our low though. See that? That's why the decision of buying here was also a very good one. Algorithmically, bro, look at the fucking candles I just told you. It was just, I was just like, are you serious? But at first it's confusing, right? Do you want to hold it, or is it going to turn into another sell-off, right? But in general speaking, after a big retracement, I understood that it was going to buy. And I still have this agenda that's now just been accomplished while we're on the video. So I'm not crazy, even knowing the decisions of taking it out, because they're not gonna fucking probably do it. I've been paying attention. Look. I fucking love this. And I'm not mad at myself for not taking this buy. Because I said I was done. Okay. I think we are finished. Such a mic drop. Just be the last video. This is 799th video, and I've made 50 more videos more than that are not here. So I love it, man. So that's why I understand. Of course, they do it in the PM session. 4-hour candle. You can see the change of delivery. Remember, it happened here, and then it happened here with this candle above that bullish. Then it was bulls in control with the candles, right? So that's why we know this is closing this way. It's going to still continue going up, right? Go look at the 1 hour. Go look at everything else. I can't keep going here, and you can see even the 1 hour too, right? So even when we stop here, this is, even though this came down, it's a structure, the drives, and then it can't hide itself here, right? See this? Can't hide itself here. I just want to do this one more time. I don't give a fuck how long I've been making this video. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, I think that's good, man. Guys, take care. God bless.